Hello and welcome to the second official episode of Operation 32. I forgot what we were called for a second there, but that's okay.
That's okay. We're learning.
We're learning. Why don't you start us off with our first topic?
Alright, I'm gonna do that right away. Scenario. Okay, scenario. This is a scenario. This doesn't actually happen, so don't go home and freak out because Nintendo, this is a scenario, Nintendo goes out of business.
What? Why have I not heard of this?
I just said it's a scenario.
Okay.
It's a made-up scenario. What if Nintendo went out of business? Like, what would...
I would just, go home and cry.
I would cry for hours, just tossing and turning on my bed.
Just crying. Just cry until I die of dehydration from all of my tears.
Yeah, that would be me too.
I don't know what other alternative there is.
I would buy the different consoles and just, celebrate. And then I would switch to PlayStation.
I would probably switch to PC.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That says a lot about me as a person. I'm not really interested in consoles outside of Nintendo.
I'm not really interested in PC. Well, okay, I'm minorly interested in PC. I want to get a Steam account, but yeah, I would switch to PlayStation.
Very interesting. Okay. Let's do our new segment. The best-selling games of this past, is it week?
Yes.
Week. Okay.
Rocket League is number one.
Rocket League is number one. Not a huge surprise.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Not a huge surprise. I feel like that's... Okay. Number two is Mario Odyssey, because Mario Odyssey, which we'll talk about more later.
Yeah.
Skyrim.
Stardew Valley.
Sam.
I really want Stardew Valley. When I get the Switch, that is one of the games that I'll be definitely looking after getting. Is Stardew Valley.
Doom. That's not a big surprise.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, I'm not personally interested in it, but
neither am I.
It's there.
It's there.
Mario Kart 8
Deluxe.
I really want it,
which makes sense.
And I'm sad that I don't have it.
I also want it, but I think that's probably one of the least on my list, just because.
Overcooked.
I also want Overcooked. You know, there's a ton of games on the Switch that I want.
I don't really want Overcooked, and I don't understand why it's so popular.
Maybe you just need to play it.
And Breath of the Wild,
is 8th.
What some would say
it's still It's in the top. It's still in the top 10.
Some would say is the leading pioneer of the Switch, is still in the top 10.
It's still in the top 10.
Which is still impressive.
It came out March 3rd, so it's been 9 months?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's still in the top 10, which is interesting. Cat Quest.
I
also want that. I'm just kidding.
What is it?
I don't know. It says.
This is some live news broadcast. Oh, it's like a
RPG.
It's a cat RPG.
Nice.
Okay. I mean, it's only $13, so maybe. And then Minecraft is 10.
Minecraft is 10. So.
Which. Ooh, Sonic Mania has dropped down to 12. Ouch. And
Breaking
Uno,
news.
Everybody's favorite, is in
it's
15th.
Wow.
Guys, we gotta unite together and
Uno
boost
for $10.
The Uno
you can
sales.
Get a regular deck of cards of Uno for $2. Why would you want to get up?
This is true.
Switch? That's a waste of money. All right. Anyway. Next. If you were to move anywhere in the world, where would you move?
Huh.
Or would you just stay right here?
I don't know. I like it here. On YouTube is nice.
Here on YouTube.
Where we live. It's a nice place, nice neighborhood. Yep.
I would
Moving
want
on.
to move to Kyoto, Japan. For a very important reason.
But forever? Or
I don't know, maybe for just a year or two.
It was just go somewhere for a weekend or something.
No, you
could go there for
for
a few
2 or 3 years.
2 or 3 years.
I would want to go to Kyoto, Japan. That is where Nintendo is at. I would stalk them and I would loiter on their grounds and
just for 2 years.
I would just every day.
That would be your life.
I would get up. I would loiter.
Just get up,
loiter at their headquarters, and then just have some fun.
You're gonna go TP Nintendo?
Don't go loitering at Nintendo's headquarters. Because I'm going to do it.
Don't do it.
Because I want to do it.
Because it'd just be awkward if you guys were loitering
then
together.
We'd both be there and it would just be weird.
Okay.
Enoch,
now,
you're going to come with me to Kyoto, alright?
Okay, deal.
Alright.
Okay. Now, for the much anticipated Operation 32 Blue review.
Oh. For Nintendo Switch?
For the Nintendo
Switch specifically?
Specifically. This is in general. Okay, if you don't know who Hulu is, first of all,
you should just go home.
You should just go home. Okay. Okay, first of all, do you want to do 1 to 10 or 1 to 5 stars?
Let's go 1 to 10.
1 to 10? That's okay. 1 to 10 is the new standard of Operation 32.
Yeah. Or should you do 1 through 15?
As Hulu as a service, solid 8. It's a very solid service. I like it. It has a lot of good shows. Yada yada yada. The app itself is horrible.
The interface?
The interface is horrible.
Really?
I would probably give it like a 4 or 5.
Wow.
It does not. Okay. First of all, biggest thing, no touch screen.
Okay.
I
think they could easily because there's Hulu apps for like iPads, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
They could easily, I don't know, maybe they just.
Second of all,
I feel like the Hulu, because so far we have no idea if Netflix or any of those other streaming services are coming. So I think Hulu just kind of rushed it on. I think they just saw an opportunity.
That's fair, but...
So if they could update it in the future.
Rushed or not, my friends.
You're very...
For this... Okay, second of all, second point.
Okay.
Every single button, like almost every single button on the Joy-Con does something. Which is normally...
confusing.
It's normally a great thing, but having the bumpers do something is so annoying. Because how I like to watch shows is when I'm just kind of like, I usually watch them and do something else and I'll move it around. If you bump any button, it'll mess it up. So you have to...
out, starts another show.
Yeah.
Automatically.
Yeah, it's just dumb stuff. So you always have to do it, I always, at least me, in my experience, I always have to do it with the Joy-Con separated, which wouldn't be that big of a deal if it had touchscreen.
You are really defensive. You are really angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hulu.
I think you just need to get used to it.
I think Hulu needs to fix it.
I think Hulu. Yeah, I don't have a Hulu account. I just watch Netflix and YouTube, but I also have an Amazon Prime. So there's this game.
Really?
For the 3DS. And it is a game. If you've played it, good for you, because it's actually not bad. It's called... And, okay, so I'm going to have this new section called Obscure Corner, where I review really obscure games that no one thought, like, no one even knew existed, but they're still there. And one of them, and I have one today, that I've played extensively, haven't beaten it, but I've played extensively enough to know what it's all about. It's called Air Race Speed for the 3DS. It's not bad. I actually...
Sam, we got to use our standard reviewing procedure, 1 to 10 stars.
I have to do that first?
Yes.
Why can't I do that?
That's standard.
Do I have to?
No, you don't have to.
Okay, I'm going to do it after I review
It's standard. This is our second episode. We got to stay consistent. Okay, go ahead.
Our second, okay. So I review an 8 out of 10. It's pretty solid. It's a pretty solid title, and I'm not as harsh as Enoch is with these kind of things. So 8 out of 10 is like, for me, it's kind of like.
What would you give? As a standard, what would you give Ocarina of Time?
10 out of 10.
Okay. Wow. Way to be a fanboy.
Okay. So Air Race Speed is this game where you're like, there's like tunnels and these tracks, and you have a jet that races through these at like extremely fast speeds, and the objective is to dodge all the obstacles and get a really good time. It's a really good format, and the game is just extremely smooth. It runs really smoothly, but it suffers from a few different little bugs that can really, really annoy you. Like I've been racing through the tunnels in my jets, dodging all the obstacles, and sometimes the game will just randomly crash. And this hasn't happened just once; it's happened multiple times.
Yeah.
that can get really aggravating, especially if I'm doing really good in a race. Each track is assigned its own jet, and each jet gets faster and harder to control as it goes on. So the tracks near the end have like the fastest jet, but it's really hard to control.
When you were saying that, like, just randomly crashing, I just got a flashback of the Nintendo parental control commercial when with Bowser Jr. about to win the race and then timing out.
Yeah.
That
would be frustrating. Anyway.
Yeah.
It does suffer from a few other glitches. Like sometimes, like I'll just go like right through obstacles. Which, you know, I mean, would be a good thing, but I don't like having a buggy game, even if the bug is for my advantage. It's not a very good experience, at least for me.
Is the game multiplayer?
No.
No, it's just
single player.
It's just computers racing that you're racing.
You're not racing anyone.
Oh.
Which is another one of my biggest complaints. The game is like $3.50. Okay?
Yeah.
It's really cheap.
Yeah.
As most games on this obscure corner section will be. Because like the 99-cent games are the ones that nobody gets.
Yeah.
Because most of them are trash. Except for this one, because this one's actually pretty good. So yeah, you're like zooming all about, and it'll crash, and you'll go through obstacles, and it's just, even if the bugs are for my advantage, I just don't like having a very buggy game.
So it's not really a racing game. It's just like, beating your own time game.
Yeah, it's racing against time. And, like, just trying to get... Which is fun. I actually like enjoying trying to get... Like, fighting to get better times and stuff. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's definitely a good boredom buster if you're not, like... If you're just, like, I don't know what to do. I'll just play area speed. It's just... It's one of those games. Yeah, I rate it 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10, okay. So, I mean, for a $3 game...
It's got solid controls and pretty good graphics for a $3 game.
So if you have a little bit of money left over in your account,
and
might be worth looking into.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend it, especially if you're an F-Zero fan, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. So this is something that I'm sure that why less people than the Hulu app. Some people were looking forward to this. My thoughts of Breath of the Wild now that I've beaten it.
Wait, what people were looking forward to this?
I'm sure one of our 2 subscribers is very.
Wait, who's the other subscriber?
I'm not sure. One of them's you.
Yeah, one of them's me. On a different account.
I should subscribe to our channel. Then we have
we have 3.
Then we have 3 subscribers.
Thank you for for your unwavering support. It's been a journey.
It's been a journey, truly.
It's been a journey.
And we've... Probably the biggest struggle is staying humble about it. Anyway.
Yeah, we have 3 subscribers. Beat that.
Well, we'll have 3 subscribers.
Boom.
So, anyway, Breath of the Wild, good game. Get it. The end. The end boss fight is really fun. And
is that all you're gonna say?
I don't know. I don't want to give away too many spoilers.
Right, but
everyone's played it though, except for you.
Except for me.
Okay, Sam's just gonna go cry in the corner.
I'm gonna go cry. Anyway, so in Breath of the Wild,
yes,
how many hours did you put into it before beating it?
A lot.
Do you have like an estimate?
If I had to guess, at least over 50 hours. Probably more. Probably more like 70, maybe 80 hours.
Okay.
You could beat it in less time than that.
You can beat it in a lot less time than that.
I stretched it out a little bit just to wait for Mario Odyssey.
Yeah. That makes sense. I think, especially with a game like that, it's really easy to just kind of stretch it out and just go on a shrine grind before even making it.
I still haven't even got the shrines, and I stretched it out a lot.
Yeah.
Like, most of that stretching out was just exploring and doing stuff.
When I get that game, I think I'm going to 100% it.
Yeah.
Because I just think it's a lot of fun just to, like, pick up and just play, even if you're just running around or anything like that. I think it's just fun. Yeah, so when I get that game, I'm going to definitely try to 100% it. And by 100% it, I mean get all the Korok seeds and...
I've played Breath of the Wild 205 hours.
Oh, that is...
Or more.
A lot. Breath of the Wild wow, that is a lot.
Wow, I did not think I spent that much time. Well, dang. The more you know.
The more you know. Okay, anyway. I'm definitely going to try to 100% it, just because I think it would be fun, and it just stretches out the game experience for me.
So, moving on. Do you have something else for us?
Okay. Let's talk about Virtual Console.
Virtual Console.
So
let's talk about it.
As many of you may know, and many of you may be hurting inside, Virtual Console has not come out for the Switch yet.
Why, Sam? Why? Please enlighten us.
I have a couple theories. So, I think my first theory is that they're just going to make Virtual Console really big. Okay.
I would not mind that.
Neither would I. I'm talking NES, SNES, N64, GameCube, and Wii. I'm talking all of those.
Yeah.
Will be on Virtual Console. That would be great. And, yeah, I don't know. That would be awesome. And one thing to support this is GameCube controllers do work with the Nintendo Switch now. So that would, because the thing about the GameCube controller is it has analog L and R buttons, which the Nintendo Switch does not have.
Yeah.
So by analog, if you have an Xbox 360 or if you do have a GameCube, then you would know what I mean. It takes a while to get all the way down to where it clicks, and like that can be used. So like, let's say the L and R, the R button is to go. If you press it down only a little bit, your car would only move slowly. That's what analog shoulder buttons mean. That's what I mean by them. And the Switch does not have them, and some games actually do require the analog input from the L and R buttons. So I think they're just like waiting to get everything compatible, such as GameCube controllers, for them to then release on the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
I think Wii controllers could just be Joy-Cons. I think the Joy-Con could just be a Wii controller.
Yeah.
Because I think motion controls like that have worked. I think it would work.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure. I think this one game, World of Goo, works like that.
Oh yeah, I've seen
I think
that.
It works like that where you use it as a pointer. And so if that is the case, then I definitely think they're going to add Wii Virtual Console. And if they're actually going to make it this big, I think that could be the reason why they're taking so long. The second reason is they're just trying to adapt it to all the Switch's functionalities. Like
HD Rumble and...
well, not so much HD Rumble, more of like switching to the
right,
tablet through the TV and stuff.
Yeah.
And then using the Joy-Con sideways for multiplayer games. I think they're just trying to adapt each game that they want to release to that.
So if you had to guess
features,
when would you think Virtual Console's coming out? Think they'll get in before the holidays? Do you think we'll get this...
Before the holidays end?
Do you think we'll get this episode out before the holidays end? We will see.
We will see. All right. You know, they really haven't shown any signs. From what I know, they haven't really shown like any signs like, hey, Virtual Console's coming, unless they just kind of spring it up on us one day, like, hey, Virtual Console's
just
here.
Wake up, just get an update on your Switch. You're just like, yes.
You're just like, yes. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be into 2018. I don't think it's gonna be this year.
Whew, that hurts.
I know, it hurts. So, when Virtual Console does come, what games do you want to come with it?
Like, what games do I want to be available, or what games do I want to get?
What games do you want to be available / get?
More the merrier. I mean...
Yeah, but like...
More the merrier. I mean, the main ones I want available / get are the Zelda games.
Definitely.
Like, I want all the Zelda... Because there's so many Zelda games I haven't played. And I really want to. I really need to play Ocarina of Time.
You really
But I refuse to play it on my 3DS because Switch...
You shouldn't, because you can take a break from your Switch for a while. I'm just kidding. You probably can't. I wouldn't be able to either. Ocarina of Time really is good.
Yeah, I
would want to try Majora's Mask just because I haven't tried that yet, and $40. I don't have that kind of money, so yeah. Maybe someday it'll become a Nintendo Select.
Nintendo! If you're listening, this is what I want. I want original Yoshi's Island.
Original
Yoshi's Island.
That's been on Virtual Console before, so I don't know why they wouldn't do it.
Yeah, we need that because they didn't have that on the 3DS.
Technically, it's Super Mario World 2, but you know.
You know what I mean, Nintendo.
You know what we mean.
Nintendo, it, or else Nintendo's gonna loiter.
I'm gonna loiter at your headquarters.
Sam's gonna loiter.
I'm gonna move to Kyoto, Japan, and all the 3 years that I stay there, I'm
just
gonna
hold
loiter.
up a sign, just say, bring
Bring Virtual Console to Switch. It'll be... Yeah, I think... Now, the question is, do you think it's not going to come? Do you think Nintendo's just not going to do it this time around?
No. They have to.
I know. That's...
There's no way they're not going to bring it.
They make a lot...
There's so many games.
They make such good money off of those games.
Oh, yeah, because there's a lot of profit because they don't have to make anything physical.
I know, it's just trying to get the thing, you know, like recycle the thing on the new system.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Okay. So I have started playing Mario Odyssey. Mario Odyssey, it's a game. It's a Mario game. I feel like the thing about Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild, the thing I like about them, they feel like modern games. They feel very modern. Like, Super Mario Odyssey feels like the natural progression of Mario. It feels like a modern Mario. The thing, now, I'll let you know. The people that were really excited, like I was, about getting a open world Mario, it's not... Especially coming from Breath of the Wild, it doesn't feel super open worldy at the beginning. Like, the game is a lot more hand-holdy than I would like. It's definitely for, like, if you have kids or younger, it's definitely better for younger kids than Breath of the Wild is. But Breath of the Wild is just more fun, just because it's not hand-holdy.
Yeah, I think they were trying to... Breath of the Wild was definitely for a more mature audience, I feel like. Yeah. And I think Mario Odyssey kind of just tones that down a little bit. Especially with its hand-holdiness. And I could see why you think that in the beginning it doesn't feel like an open-world game until you get into it more. Especially since that first area is so... From what I've seen, the Cap Kingdom isn't that expansive.
Oh, yeah. It's just basically just a little, like, area to test out your stuff.
Yeah. Huh.
But I think overall, I haven't finished it yet. Currently, I have 15 hours on it. I am at the Moon Kingdom. Or... the Kingdom on the Moon, if it's not called that. But anyway, so I think I'm almost done with it, but it has been really fun. But just kind of getting over that initial bump was kind of painful for me, personally.
Yeah, you really don't like hand-holdy games, do you?
Oh, I hate them so much.
You hate them?
Hate. I think hate is the perfect word to use.
Wow. Hate's a strong word, Enoch.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. So you hate Mario Odyssey?
Well... I hate the fact that it's hand-holdy. I don't hate I don't hate games just because they're hand-holdy. I hate the hand-holdy.
Hate the hand-holdiness.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. That's why you like the original Legend of Zelda so much.
Yeah.
Because it tells you literally nothing.
Nothing.
You don't even have a map.
Oh, yeah.
I like A Link to the Past because you have a map.
Yeah.
I like having my map. I've only memorized about, like, the first 4 squares.
Of the original?
The original. I have it on my
I have
DS.
a rough idea of the, like, entire world.
Really?
I mean,
wow.
I couldn't, like, I couldn't draw it out.
But like, if you're playing the game and as you're going along, you're like, alright, if I go to this square, then... Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a rough idea of the entire world.
I haven't gotten to that point yet.
Yeah. I almost finished that game, but then I didn't.
Yeah, because you got the Switch.
Yeah.
And then you had an even better Zelda game to mess around with.
Yeah.
So what do you think makes NES games so hard?
I think it was just that era. Like, I think it was just the fact that we were just getting out of arcade games, and arcade games were kind of meant to be just a way of getting quarters from kids. And that's kind of where a lot of the game design came from.
That's a good point.
I think that's
arcade
why.
games are definitely really hard.
Yeah.
The original Donkey Kong is not a cakewalk. I can hardly even make it past the first level.
Yeah.
I really suck at NES games. I'm just gonna say that. I've beaten Super Mario Brothers. I've barely beaten Super Mario Brothers with restore points. So I mean, that should just let you know.
Yeah.
That I really suck at NES games. I really like challenging games because I like proving something to myself, even with or without restore points. And I really like challenge. I just suck so bad. And Metroid is so hard.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think
NES games are a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think it's just leftover game design from arcade games.
Yeah, I think the hardness of an NES game, don't let that turn you away from them, because if you do let that, you're going to miss out on some really good games. Yeah. Even if they are as old as they are. Yeah. And I have a theory as to why. Another theory. They made them so hard because the NES had a lot of limitations, and they made them so hard because then it would take you a really long time to beat the game, so it made the illusion like it was a longer game.
That is true.
But after a while, you get really good at NES games, and you can speedrun them.
Yeah.
So that it's kind of...
Yeah.
And
also...
after you think about it, I don't think they made them super duper hard on purpose, like you said. It might just be leftover design knowledge from arcade games.
Yeah. I think it was just kind of how you made games back then.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I also think it was also partly because of limitations. Like there wasn't a ton of games that you could save and stuff like that. So there were some technical limitations that I think also added to that.
I think it just being hard added to the illusion of it being long, even though it's really not that long.
Yeah. Okay. So Mario movie. Mario movie. Well, tell me about a Mario movie. What is a Mario movie?
Well, I mean, there was that 1993 release that everyone hates. It was not good. It was not good. It's not going to be real live action. I think we already know that it's going to be animated just because that real live action was so creepy.
Yeah.
Like, Mario does not belong in a real live action movie.
It was just a bad movie with Mario names slapped on.
Yeah, it's just creepy. The overall experience. Mario does not belong in a real live action movie.
Except, I would say that the live action series that they did with Mario, I actually
They did that?
Yeah. It wasn't.
Are you sure it was?
No, it was the animated series with live action segments.
Oh, yeah, okay, I remember that. I remember watching that on Netflix.
Yeah.
A while ago, and I thought it was good as a kid, but I thought everything was good as a kid.
I just kind of have nostalgia for it.
Yeah,
That's the only thing I would say about that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think it'll just be interesting to see how they do it.
I don't think it'll win any awards or anything, but I think it'll be interesting.
But the main thing, I have to ask myself, why are they doing this? Why are they trying again? Video game movies have never been good. Critically, video game movies have never been good.
Uh-huh.
I think the fans who watch them might think it's good, but here's my perspective, or here's what I think. The critics are looking for a good movie that has good character development, good character development, a good story, and good visuals or good, just basic movie stuff. Whereas a fan is watching it and he's gonna think, all right, well, how does this relate to the video game?
Yeah,
it's representing.
Yeah, there is that.
And then that would give the viewers kind of a better opinion of the game. Whereas most critics, I would feel, are just looking to see if this is a good movie.
Yeah. Just
basics. And even in that way, video game movies just have never been good.
Yeah.
Have never had any critically good, ratings.
Mm-hmm.
It's just been, they're just bad. It's a good game theory episode about that.
Yeah.
Have you seen that episode?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, there's that Five Nights at Freddy's movie coming out, which I'm actually kind of interested in.
That one could be good. Just because a horror movie, it's the same stuff. It has to have a good story and you have to be attached to the characters. But it's going to be interesting just because it's a horror movie based on a horror game.
Yeah.
I think it'll be, so the way it'll be made and the way it'll be written and the way they'll direct it and stuff, I think it'll be different from than making a Mario movie.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Or any of the other video games that they made.
Yeah, I think the Five Nights at Freddy's movie has a better chance at being good than the Mario movie.
I think
a better chance at being excellent. Let's say.
I think it does.
I could see the Five Nights at Freddy's movies.
Horror movies, if they're scary, then that could win over a lot of people.
Yeah.
But. So I think and the Five Nights at Freddy's games it's such an interesting scenario that you're in when playing the games.
Yeah.
That they could definitely make a really good movie off of it.
Yeah. So if you were in charge of directing the Mario movie, what actions would you take to try to make it the best that it could be?
Definitely try to make it clear that this is a Mario movie and definitely make the video game tie-ins very clear. And I think in that way it would appeal to both critics and fans alike, because everyone has played a Mario game, whether it's been unless you have like a strict policy against video games, everyone has either seen or played a Mario game.
Yeah. Everybody's played at least some Mario Kart at a party or something.
Yeah, something. Like, okay, maybe not everybody, but
most people.
Most people have had to play a Mario game at some point.
Yeah.
So I think, and make it clear for both hardcore Mario fans and casual gamers, or just people that just want to watch a movie alike. I think if they do that, then I think they can make a really successful movie. And it might even be the first video game movie to actually be critically good.
Yeah. Arlo made a really good video about this.
Mm-hmm, I saw it.
Yeah. I really agree with him that I want no tie-ins to the real world. Like, no tie-ins. Like, it would just ruin the whole Mario experience. Yeah, it was fine with the rabbits. Like, it was okay with the rabbits things.
It was fine.
Just because the rabbits were already so weird. But if we're going strict Mario, I want no real world. I want to just lose myself in the immersion.
And Arlo in his video mentions that Nintendo is very strict with their properties.
Yeah, which might save the movie. Which
is definitely a good thing, especially if Nintendo is one of the prime people directing the film along. I think in the 1993 release of Super Mario Brothers, I don't think Nintendo was really guiding them as much as they should have, as much as Nintendo should have. I think Nintendo really needs to like crack down on how they make it and how they do everything, because they need to make it like it needs to be good.
Yeah, agreed. Something I was thinking about as I was thinking about Mario movie. What would you think of a Legend of Zelda movie?
Ooh, I really want a Legend of Zelda movie.
I think if they
had an Ocarina of Time movie, I would.
If they did it, I want it based on Zelda, not Link. Because I love this, especially in the Breath of the Wild storyline. Like, you realize that Link isn't that significant. He's just there to protect Zelda. Like, Zelda's the really important one, which is something I've always really liked about Legend of Zelda. I think that's how they would have to do the movies.
Link is just the hero.
Link is just the hero, but
Zelda's the character.
Yeah, they would do a movie. Link can be there, but Zelda needs to be the main focus. I could even see Link not even having any lines. Well,
that would be weird. It's not weird in a video game because that's just Link's character. And but in a movie setting, he'll
have some lines.
He needs to have more of a prime part.
Yeah. But definitely if they did it, main focus on Zelda.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool if Zelda, like, busted out some warrior princess fighting moves.
Yeah. Because I feel like we've never, like, fully seen Zelda as a character.
You haven't played Ocarina of Time.
That's true. I've never fully seen
Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time is weird. You have to play it to know what I'm talking about. But Zelda definitely plays a big role in Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, I mean, right.
Ocarina of Time actually has a better story than I originally thought it was gonna have. Actually has it's actually pretty engaging for what it is. Especially knowing Nintendo and their storylines.
Yeah. I would almost be more excited for a Legend of Zelda movie than a Mario movie.
Yeah, I think if the Mario movie is successful, I would definitely want something like a Metroid movie. I think that would be cool.
Ooh, Metroid would... Actually, I feel like Metroid might... You could mess up Metroid really bad. You could just make some weird,
That's true, because
gritty...
Metroid isn't...
You could just make some weird, gritty, like,
just watch
war
Alien.
story.
Just watch Alien.
Yeah.
They could. I'd need to play the Metroid Prime games, and then maybe I'll have more of a say. Because the Metroid Prime games are more story-driven than the 2D Metroid games.
Yeah.
I really need to play the Metroid Prime games.
Yeah. Shovel Knight movie?
No.
I would watch it. It probably wouldn't be very good, but I would watch it.
Yacht Club isn't... I don't think Yacht Club...
It wouldn't happen.
It wouldn't happen, and if it did, Yacht Club isn't... They're by any means, they're not a big, so I think it would just bomb.
Yeah, it would be horrible.
It would either bomb or no one would ever know about it because it's just one of those obscure movie companies that no one ever cares about or even asked for.
Yeah. Okay, would you like to give us our last topic of the day?
Yes. If you were to make a new game with one of your favorite video game characters in it, what would you like? What would be the game preference?
Mm-hmm.
Not preference.
Premise.
Premise. What would be the game premise, and like what would be the game about and stuff, and what character?
Huh. I would. That's hard. I would really like to see. Huh. You've kind of stumped me on with that one.
It's kind of now thinking about it. It's kind of a hard question, just because of all the characters you've played, which is just mostly Nintendo characters. Each Nintendo character has its own genre of game, and it hasn't been kind of stretched beyond that genre.
Except for Mario.
Except for Mario. Well,
Mario's
I guess I have to rethink that one because Mario has had.
Yeah.
More like, well, at least the main game Mario games have been,
pretty.
Like just platformers.
Yeah. Other than 3D and 2D, pretty much same
They're
formula.
all platformers.
Yeah, they're still platformers. Yeah, I would probably go. I would actually really like to. It'd be fun to make a game.
What if you made a crossover game? If you made a crossover game between two, like how on TV shows sometimes one show will have like characters from the other show, either to do one advertise the other show or just.
Ooh, that's hard because I'm picky about it's hard in my opinion to do a good crossover. It's easy to ruin.
If you've ever seen the Flash,
Flash does great.
Or the Arrow.
That's because they
have some good crossovers. That's because
I have seen those. And that's because they have strict same universe. I think that's the reason why it works so well.
And none of the Nintendo characters really have that.
Yeah. Yeah, I would actually really like to see a game, getting back to your original question, I would really like to see a game that's starring Zelda.
Yeah, me too. Except for that Zelda's Adventure one on the Philips CDI.
Yeah, but like a real game.
Yeah, but like a real video game. Not one that's crappy.
Not one that isn't a game.
Not one that like.
Not one that doesn't work.
Not one that barely even works. Like a real one. That would be interesting. I think. Have you ever heard of Rhyme?
A rhyme?
Rhyme game.
Oh, I think I've seen it.
It's come out on the Switch, and the Switch port isn't very good, but
I think I've seen it on
PS4. It was good, and it was it's like a puzzle platformer, and it doesn't focus on combat at all. And I'm not sure about the puzzle, but it could definitely be a story-driven game, and not necessarily combat, because I don't think that's really Zelda's thing.
Yeah.
But it could be a story-driven game, maybe like one about like Zelda's life leading up to her being princess, or something like that. I think that could be really interesting. Or
with voice actings and cutscenes.
Yeah,
I'm thinking Breath of the Wild style.
Like,
no?
Like really story-driven. Like you have to do the story to complete the game. Like
wow.
I'm talking really story-heavy. Because with Breath of the Wild, you can just skip the narrative. But with a game like this, since Zelda isn't really known for her combat, at least not that I know of, because I haven't played Breath of the Wild, she's not really known for her combat, and she does have magic skills, because we've seen them used in Ocarina of Time, and, like, lots of other games, you know? I think, I don't know. I think it definitely had to be story-driven, just because Zelda, especially she's a talker. She doesn't like keep to herself like Link does. So I think it should definitely be story driven.
Yeah.
I don't think it should be combat driven. I mean, it would be cool if it was, but that's just not Zelda's thing.
Yeah. I had an interesting idea, except I don't know if it'd be any good. Like a tactical war video game.
They have those.
Yeah, but like a real, like a real game. No, just kidding. But like Zelda tactical war.
That would be weird.
Although
I feel like that's something Nintendo would do. I feel like just like Nintendo Direct, just kind of like a 3DS release that no one really ever asked for. They have those like all the time.
Yeah.
Especially on the 3DS.
Yeah.
They're like, Zelda tactical war RPG, and everyone's like, no.
No, we don't want this.
That's not something we want. Just leave it to Fire Emblem.
Yeah, I haven't played any Fire Emblem games.
I want to. I really want to play Fire Emblem Echoes.
I'm not a huge fan of the tactical RPG.
I've never played it, so I think I would be, just because I really like games like that where you're like moving and stuff. I really like Yeah, I don't know. I think it could be fun. I really want to try Fire Emblem Echoes.
Uh-huh.
The new 3DS game.
Yeah.
Even though from the reviews I've seen, I've heard it's not the best Fire Emblem game, but they say, like, from the reviews I've seen, the battling system is a lot watered down. Like, it's not as complicated as it is in previous ones. And so I feel like with that information, I feel like it's probably a good point for me to jump in. So
Yeah.
I do really want to try that, but $40, I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah. Anyway, would you like to give us an outro?
Outro, that's good. Have fun in life.
Okay.
That's weird. Actually, let's not do that. Let's have a different outro.
Okay.
Thank you for listening.